Rome, once the mightiest empire on earth, stretching from Britain to the Middle East, a symbol of power, order, and civilization. But what happens when an empire becomes too vast, too divided, too broken to hold itself together? This is the story of how Rome split in two. 1. The problem of size. At its height, the Roman Empire was simply too big. From the icy frontiers of Britain to the scorching deserts of Egypt, one ruler in Rome could not possibly oversee everything. Wars raged on multiple fronts. Barbarian invasions pressed the borders. Rebellions broke out in the provinces. Corruption spread like wildfire. The Roman Senate had become weak, and emperors often ruled more like warlords than statesmen. Rome needed a new strategy, or it would collapse. 2. The reign of Diocletian. In 284 AD, a tough and ruthless general named Diocletian seized power. He saw the chaos and knew one thing: Rome could not survive as one giant empire. His solution? Divide and rule. Diocletian split the empire into two halves. The Western Roman Empire ruled from Rome. The Eastern Roman Empire ruled from Byzantium, later Constantinople. But he didn't stop there. To avoid power struggles, he created the Tetrarchy, a system of 4 rulers. Each half had a senior emperor, Augustus, and a junior emperor, Caesar, ensuring smooth succession. For a while, it worked. The empire was stabilized, military defenses were strengthened, and Rome seemed secure. But cracks were already forming. Third East versus West, the growing divide. The East was wealthy. It controlled vital trade routes, great cities like Alexandria and Antioch, and the prosperous provinces of Asia Minor and Egypt. The West? It was struggling. The economy was failing, agriculture was declining, and the army was over-reliant on mercenaries. Language and culture split too. Latin remained dominant in the West, but the East leaned more towards Greek. Over time, they became two very different worlds. And then came a moment that changed everything. 4. Constantine and the shift of power. In 312 AD, Constantine the Great took control after a brutal civil war. His vision for Rome was clear, but it no longer centered on Rome itself. He moved the capital of the empire from Rome to Byzantium and renamed it Constantinople. Strategically located between Europe and Asia, it was better defended, closer to wealth, and surrounded by natural barriers. With this move, the empire's power shifted permanently eastward. Rome, once the beating heart of the empire, was now just another city. After Constantine's death, the empire was officially divided between his sons. The Eastern Empire flourished. The Western Empire? It was left weak and vulnerable, and the barbarians were watching. The barbarian invasions, the final blow. By the 5th century, the Western Roman Empire was on life support. Germanic tribes like the Visigoths, Vandals, and Ostrogoths relentlessly attacked its borders. The Western army, poorly trained and stretched thin, could no longer defend against them. In 410 AD, Rome itself was sacked by the Visigoths, an unthinkable humiliation for the once invincible empire. But the final blow came in 476 AD, when the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was overthrown by the Germanic warlord Odoacer. No new emperor was named. The Western Roman Empire was dead. The Eastern Roman Empire, however, endured. It transformed into the Byzantine Empire, preserving Roman traditions, law, and culture for another 1,000 years. 6. The lasting impact of the split. The division of Rome was not just a political move. It was the beginning of a new era. The West fell into the Dark Ages, marked by feudalism, economic collapse, and constant warfare. But the East, it thrived. The Byzantine Empire became a cultural and economic powerhouse, preserving much of what made Rome great. Its influence would shape medieval Europe, the Orthodox Church, and even the Renaissance. Rome didn't fall in a single day. It split in two, and only half survived. Even the greatest empires are not invincible. Divide and you may conquer, but divide too much and you may fall.